Hello. Welcome back to episode 36 of Crypto. My God, we've got a bunch of news. I took the last 3 days off. I apologize. I was busy at the Ethereum Denver conference trying to absorb as much as I could about the state of ETH. There was a lot of non-ETH stuff there. Maybe we'll talk about it. Maybe we won't. I had a good time. I learned a lot about future development. But what I want to talk about today is Trump's announcement of the strategic crypto reserve. So let's get into it. Now, as I'm sure everyone heard over the weekend, we got this Truth Social announcement of the cryptocurrencies in the strategic reserve. It was a bit nutters as it came in two separate tweets, I guess we call it on Truth Social. I don't even know. But early in the morning, we get these two things that come out. First and foremost, the subtweet, a U.S. crypto reserve will elevate this critical industries after years of corrupt attacks by the Biden admin. He goes on to list XRP, Solana, Cardano, like, what? And then, of course, we get this second follow-up tweet, and obviously BTC, ETH, and this open-ended statement, other valuable cryptocurrencies will be at the heart of the reserve. Now, this doesn't really make any sense. The reserve is a weird concept even with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is created to be an inflationary hedge against the dollar. So when we're trying to be a dollar denominated country, I mean, it's hard for me to even get on board with Bitcoin. But for everything else, I mean, Ethereum, maybe. It's been around. It's battle tested. It's a computer network that's quite well decentralized. As you begin to get into XRP, Solana, Cardano, I mean, these are like private corporations, basically. Solana, not quite so much. XRP and Cardano, definitely. And we're just opening the door for exploitation here. I mean, it's absolutely mind-numbing. And of course, the price has reacted to this, right? Here we were prior to the announcement, trading at 85,000 down to just under, right? And immediately we get this pump up to 94K. Now, a lot of that probably was buying pressure, which facilitated a short squeeze. So you can see that we're kind of slowing down now again. But this is just ridiculous, guys. I mean, this is opening us up to all sorts of crazy exploitation. And as much as I hated the Gary Gensler regime that pushed crypto outside of the US and made it so that we couldn't build useful product, this reserve in no way is contributing to useful product. We are simply enriching a bunch of very aggressive bag holders, these private corps. I mean, this is like a president coming out and just saying that they're buying a private stock. It's fucking nuts. I mean, so let's take a look at this. I mean, when Bitcoin launched, it embedded in the first block of Bitcoin is the Times, Chancellor on the brink of second bailout for banks. This is literally within block number one, the Genesis block of Bitcoin, saying, fuck bailouts. These don't help. Now, what are we looking at here with Donald Trump and this reserve, if not a bailout? It makes you really question a lot of the future of this asset class, as well as the philosophy and the motivations behind the people at the top. Now, I just did a really quick Perplexity search because I know Ripple is the majority holder of XRP. And well, I got to this place that said, you know, while most of it is locked, right, the majority of 38.9 billion that they hold, this represents around 43.33% of the total XRP supply. So we're not at majority, we're at 43%. But one entity to hold 43% of something that goes into a national reserve, I mean, how is this not just privateering and making the rich richer? It's very confusing. XRP has no real use case. Props to them for spending the $200 million to fight the last SEC, but this is not the way. This is just making a couple dudes super rich. It's very confusing, and it is completely against the ethos of what these decentralized protocols are for. So I tried to dive into this a little bit more, found what does Ripple hold, and of course we're still at the same sort of number that Perplexity gave me. As always with AI, I really recommend that you question the output that it gives you. It's a great quick resource, but we did come back to this 39.5 billion XRP that's locked in escrow. Now, one thing we've got to realize, right? XRP, well, Ripple, the company that builds XRP, holds 44%. They've got this huge majority in escrow. The unlocked assets are 4 billion versus the 39 billion in escrow. However, we get that announcement over the weekend, and well, hot damn, 500 billion XRP. Sorry, 500 million. 400 unlocked from escrow, transferred to BitThumb. I mean, this is nuts. I had to go find it myself because a subtweet, again, I didn't really trust it. But over the weekend, we start to see Bitcoin, XRP transferred from Upbit to unknown wallet, USDC. We have a lot of Solana moving around, right? 510 million. And of course, these are very likely to be exchange accounts that are moving the assets. But this is where it's really crazy. I mean, the 500 million XRP unlocked from escrow at Ripple. This is Ripple moving their XRP. They're cashing in. And I know that Brad Garlinghouse, for all his efforts against the SEC, has been very active in Washington, D.C. and getting XRP into this reserve. So the question is, what are these deals like, right? How much is being paid to the Trump administration in order to get these assets listed? If your asset's going to go to the moon on this, then like almost any price is worth it. And what's insane is that after this pump, I mean, we're seeing Ripple coming in close to Ethereum on the market cap. I mean, it's okay, $100 billion less, but this coin does nothing. I mean, it's very confusing. In the age of stablecoins, XRP has like zero utility. It's absolutely useless tech. It made a lot of money early. It makes a giant liquidity pool where you can send value from one place to the next, but stablecoins completely eradicate any of its utility. So very confusing. The message here being that if you can pay to get your asset into the reserve, I mean, we're seeing Move, which is the coin for movement, talking about political alignment when they don't even have a mainnet asset. Now, Pump.Fun has started to reach out to say we need to get meme coins in there. Can you imagine if the Trump meme coin was in the strategic reserve? I mean, you could have foreign agencies paying in the format of buying these assets, right? Again, we now have a political connection to move these assets up. And these are a great way to say, hey, look, I'm a holder of this coin. If you want to benefit me, go buy a large bag. I will exit. And essentially, we can transfer money across hands in a very convenient way over blockchain. This gets really messy, and this is not the ideals that we were pursuing. So all of that's pretty crazy. I think this is the age of exploitation. It's very unfortunate that the previous regime was so aggressive towards the cryptocurrency industry that I will say it again and again. I think our voter base, the crypto natives, had to vote in Camp Trump. And once he saw that they were willing to push money in his direction, he went all in. But it's a very exploitative relationship. It's about funding the Trump family. And I think this is only the beginning of many, many activities that we'll see in this regard. On the upside, the SEC alleviating us of a lot of their burdens just did announce that the U.S. securities regulator to drop lawsuit against Coinbase. This happened about over the weekend. Paul Grewal, the head of legal at Coinbase, has been, celebrated. Big sports fan. They dumped the Gatorade on him. This was a massive suit, so big win for them. And then, of course, we even have some more news that apparently Kraken says SEC agrees to drop lawsuit against CryptOMG. So all the U.S. exchange lawsuits, they're being dropped. There's new U.S. exchanges up in the running. Do think we're going to see a lot of competition. We might even see some of the international ones coming local to the United States. This is all very positive for regulation. What I really want to see, again, autonomous businesses that can decentralize, that can share their revenue. That is the goal here, not these shitty little assets that can just pay, a couple $1,000,000 to get in the Trump camp and then get supported and bolstered by presidential tweets or Truth Social posts. That's not the agenda, but here we are. So everything with a silver lining, guys. And as far as the market goes, good luck, and I'll see you tomorrow.